guys, today me and the girls are gonna make some coconut banana bread for you guys. So we're gonna start with all of our dry ingredients first. So we have 1.5 cups of flour here, and into that we're gonna add 3/4 cup of sugar. And then we're gonna add a teaspoon of baking powder, add 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon, a pinch of salt. We're gonna add 1/2 cup of shredded coconuts. And that's it for our dry ingredients. Go ahead, mix it. So when our dry ingredients are combined, we're just gonna set them aside.
I'm gonna eat the banana.
So for our wet ingredients, you need 2 bananas that are really, really ripe. Oh.
Can I wait?
No, we're not eating the banana.
I just love banana.
You love bananas? Okay, peel them and put them in a bowl. Can you peel it? Because the bananas are so ripe, they mash really easily and quickly with just a fork. And you want to mash it the best that you can so they're nice and creamy with a little bit of lumps in there. Next, we're going to grab 1/2 cup of coconut milk. And to that, we're going to add 1/3 cup of coconut oil. Next, we're going to add 2 eggs, and I like to crack them in a separate bowl and then add them in. And finally, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract.
I have to mash these.
Okay.
Because it's getting sticky.
It is getting sticky. You want to make sure that your wet ingredients are whisked together and combined really, really well before you add these to the dry ingredients so that you don't end up with any lumps in your batter. So go ahead and whisk this as best as you can. So now we're going to add the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients, and I'll show you a little trick so you don't get any lumps. You don't need like an electric mixer for this recipe. Honestly, a hand mixer is just fine. So you're going to grab your dry ingredients and you're going to create a little bit of a crater or a hole in the center of the bowl. Hold on, yeah. Pour it slowly into the hole. Yeah. Pour the wet ingredients directly in the center and then slowly incorporate the dry ingredients towards the center. And then add the rest of the batter and continue combining it until it's completely incorporated. The batter in this is pretty dense, but once it starts to look like this, you are good to go.
Remember, we're not making banana split.
We're not making banana split?
Nope.
We're making banana bread.
Nope. We're making a cake. Okay, cake.
So the batter's gonna look a little lumpy. That's because all of the bananas in there. Don't get worried about that. As long as your flour's incorporated, you're good to go. Okay, can you mix it a little bit more for me?
Yes.
So since I'm using coconut oil in this recipe, I like to grease the pan with coconut oil as well. So I just add a little bit of coconut oil to the center of the pan, and then I just like to take a paper towel and just kind of run it through the sides, and that's it. My pan is greased. No sticking is gonna happen.
Sticky wicky. We're gonna add this into here.
Yes, we are. You're so smart. You're such a smart girl.
So Mama's gonna do it because I'm a kid. I really want to eat it right now.
I do too. I'm using a 9x5-inch loaf pan. You can also make about 12 cupcakes with this batter. Marina, can you wait until I'm done?
No, I have to lick out the bowl. That's why I'm putting my finger.
Can you wait, child?
That's delicious.
It is. And then to garnish, I'm just gonna take a little bit of the dry coconut that we had, and I'm just gonna sprinkle it on top. This gets like really crispy and brown once it's done baking, and it looks super pretty. You don't need much, just like I'm gonna say about a teaspoonful. Should be good. So I had my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm gonna leave it in here for about 45 minutes. And you'll know it's done when you poke the center of it with a toothpick, and the toothpick comes out completely dry. And you don't even need to do this part because it slides out so easily from the coconut oil, but I'm just running a knife through the sides just to be safe, and then I'm just dumping it out onto my serving pan, and I'm just gonna flip it over with my hands, and we are done. So this tastes really great with a little bit of powdered sugar drizzled on top. I usually do that if I have like company come over or if I'm serving it to people. But this loaf, I want to eat it for breakfast the next morning, so I'm keeping it nice and plain and nice and simple like this. This loaf is so good on its own. It's a really nice filling breakfast as well. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed our recipe. If you want more recipes from us, be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave us some love in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye! The boys are here!